in this next slide, uh, we will start with the first unit of the syllabus, that is the combustion of fuel. The first thing that comes is, what is a fuel? A fuel is any combustible substance that is capable of releasing heat when it burns or when its combustion takes place. So if there is any fuel, okay, like if you can say that petrol is there, or diesel is there, or kerosene is there, or coal is there. So when these things they burn, so they release a lot of heat. So any such substance that has the capability of releasing heat when it burns or when it combusts, it is called fuel. Second term is, what is combustion? Now combustion is it is the combination of the say the combustion elements, the combustible elements like carbon, hydrogen, or sulfur to combine with oxygen, and during this combination of these elements with oxygen, what happens is it produces a lot of heat. So this oxidation process is known as combustion. Now carbon, it combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide, plus it releases a lot of heat. Again, hydrogen, it combines with oxygen to form H2O or water, plus it releases heat. Again, sulfur combines with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide, plus it releases a lot of energy in the form of heat. So this oxidation of these combustible elements like carbon, hydrogen, or sulfur, this oxidation process is known as the combustion process. Next is, what is the calorific value of fuel? The calorific value is the amount of energy released by complete combustion of 1 kilogram of fuel, of solid or liquid fuel, or 1 meter cube of gaseous fuel, that is known as the calorific value. Means अगर मैंने 1 किलोग्राम फ्यूल लिया और उस फ्यूल, when I burn that fuel, the amount of energy in the form of heat that is liberated or that is released by that 1 kg of fuel in terms of kilojoules, that is the measure of calorific value of that fuel. Now here in this diagram, you can see that the key ingredients for combustion are the 3 things on the left hand side. That is, I need fuel, okay, I need oxygen, and I need heat. अगर ये तीनों चीजें मेरे पास available रहेंगी, if all these things are available with me, only then the combustion will take place. If I have fuel and I have oxygen and I don't have heat, the combustion will not start. So if you want to put any wood, say you have a piece of wood and you want to put that piece of wood on fire, so what you have to do? You have to keep that piece of wood on fire so that its combustion temperature is reached. तो लकड़ी को आप सीधा ही आग में डालोगे तो उसको आग नहीं लगती. It takes time to catch fire. ठीक है, तो वो क्या धीरे धीरे that wood, piece of wood, it increases, उसकी heat जो है उसके temperature बढ़ता है until the combustion temperature reaches. At that instant, if I remove the wood from fire, it will burn automatically. Then the heat is not required because वो heat उसको अपने आप मिल रही है from the combustion process. ठीक है. So to initiate the combustion process, I need heat. After the combustion has started, the external source of heat is not required. That heat is required from the combustion. That heat is generated from the combustion process. So you can see that fuel, oxygen or heat हमने दिया, and in the center combustion takes place, and the byproducts of combustion क्या है? There is exhaust gases, धुआं जो है, the exhaust gases, flue gases are released, plus lot of heat is released. Now that heat, what it does is it is used again for combustion of the wood. Okay, so auto combustion starts. Once to start the combustion process, I need external source of heat. After the combustion has begun, the heat is provided from within the combustion. So this is the output, this is the input side, and this is the output side of combustion. Okay. So fuel, oxygen, and heat, it produces combustion, and the byproducts of combustion are exhaust gases and heat. So this is the phenomena of combustion of any fuel. Now, next is the types of fuels that are there. The first is your solid fuel. Solid fuel means the ones that are hard. Okay. तो उसमें क्या आएगा? Wood is there, coal is there, charcoal is there. So all these are solid fuels. Next is your liquid fuels. Okay. The fuels that can flow. उसमें gasoline, diesel, kerosene is there. Then is your gaseous fuel. They are in the form of gas. उसमें LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, hydrogen is there, natural gas is there, and methane is there. Then nuclear fuels. उसमें uranium comes under nuclear fuel. All these fuels are used in your combustion chambers. Okay. So we use solid fuels also, we use liquid fuels, gaseous fuels, and nuclear fuels also. In modern जो हमारे thermal power plants हैं, they are now nuclear power plants. So they use uranium as the fuel source. Then the main combustible elements present in fuel, we have two categories here. On the left hand side, we have solid and liquid fuels. On the right hand side, we have gaseous fuels. So the combustible elements that are present in liquid or solid fuels, they are carbon, hydrogen, and sulfur. So if I have got any solid or liquid fuel, the main combustible elements present in that solid or liquid fuel, it will be carbon. It will be a combination of say carbon, hydrogen, and sulfur. So these are the major combustible elements that are present inside solid or liquid fuels. And if I talk of gaseous fuels, in gaseous fuels, the major combustible elements present are carbon monoxide, hydrogen, CH4, that is methane, or ethylene, that is C2H4. So if you have any gaseous fuel, it will be comprised of all or some of the mixture of say any two or three or all four that can be present in that gas. Okay. And if I talk of solid or liquid fuels, it can be mixture of carbon hydrogen, it can be mixture of carbon sulfur, it can be mixture of hydrogen sulfur. Okay. So any mixture can be there. But the major combustible elements present in solid fuels are carbon, hydrogen, sulfur. In gases, they are carbon monoxide, hydrogen, methane, and ethylene. Next, if we talk of the atomic mass, or in terms of molecular mass, so the substances are written here in the table. So hydrogen, it will have an atomic mass of 1, but because it comes as H2, the molecular mass will be 2. Similarly, oxygen, it has an atomic mass of 16, molecular mass of 32. Nitrogen, it has atomic mass of 14 and molecular mass of 28. Carbon, it is a single element, so it will have only atomic mass, no molecular mass, atomic mass of 12. Sulfur is again single, it will have atomic mass of 32. Carbon monoxide, it is combination of carbon and oxygen, so atomic mass will not be there, molecular mass will be 28. Similarly, carbon dioxide has molecular mass 44, methane has molecular mass of 16, acetylene, it has molecular mass of 26, ethylene 28, ethane 30, sulfur dioxide, it has a molecular mass of 64, and water, it has the molecular mass of 18. Now these elements or these substances, you need to remember the atomic and molecular masses, because these are the substances that will be used in your future calculations when we will be studying about the fuel combustion, or when we will be calculating the minimum amount of air required for complete combustion of air. So you will be required to memorize these atomic and molecular masses of these 13 substances, because these 13 substances will be used in your future topics of this chapter and in the numerical sense. Now next this is a very important term, that is, what is stoichiometric equation. So, stoichiometric equation क्या है? It is a balanced chemical equation for the complete combustion of the reactants with no excess air in the products. So in a chemical equation, on the left hand side of the arrow, those are reactants. So it will be fuel plus oxygen will be there. So when they combine with each other, they will form the products of combustion. Now in the products of combustion, or the right hand side of the equation, if there is zero air or zero oxygen is there on the right hand side, that means that equation is your stoichiometric equation or a balanced chemical equation. This means that all of the oxygen that was present on the reactant side has been utilized for combustion. So no excess air is present in the product side. So such type of equation, chemical equation, is known as stoichiometric equation. Next is let's talk of let's do the analysis of say carbon burning to carbon dioxide. Okay, here we will do the analysis of carbon burning to carbon dioxide. Now here carbon is the fuel. Now in this equation you can see carbon plus oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. Now this is we have on the left hand side, the reactant side, we have 1 mole of carbon and 1 mole of oxygen is there. O2 is there. And on the right hand side we have 1 carbon and 2 oxygen, CO2. So this means this equation is balanced equation. It is chemically balanced equation. And in this equation we have oxygen on the left hand side, in the reactant side, but there is no excess oxygen on the product side. So this means this equation is stoichiometric equation. क्योंकि इसमें क्या है? There is no excess oxygen. All the oxygen it has combined with carbon to form carbon dioxide. तो ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एक बॉन्ड बन गया है. Plus there is nothing here. यहाँ पे this side is empty now. There is no oxygen. So if there is no extra oxygen left on the reactant side and the chemical equation is well balanced, so then such type of equation is known as stoichiometric equation. So this is an example of a stoichiometric equation. If I do the molar analysis of this equation, so I will write 1 mole of carbon plus 1 mole of oxygen, it produces 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this means in molar analysis, 1 mole or I can say 1 meter cube of carbon or 1 mole of carbon, it requires 1 mole of oxygen for complete combustion to produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So this is my molar analysis. Okay, so this is how we write this analysis. That is How we write this analysis? Ali, repeat करो मेरे पीछे. You can repeat. That is 1 mole of carbon requires
one.
Just a second. Now, similarly, if I do the mass analysis of the equation, that is carbon plus oxygen, it produces carbon dioxide. In mass analysis, what is carbon? It has atomic mass of 12. So I can say 12 kilogram of carbon plus oxygen O2 का जो molecular mass है वो कितना है? 16 plus 16, it is 32. So 32 kilograms of oxygen. So it produces what? Carbon plus O2, it will become 44. So 44 kilograms of carbon dioxide is produced. So 12 kilograms of carbon, it requires 32 kilograms of oxygen to produce 44 kilograms of carbon dioxide. Okay. तो यहाँ पे क्या है? फ्यूल क्या है? फ्यूल इज कार्बन. तो अगर मेरे को 1 किलोग्राम फ्यूल के बारे में जानना हो कि अगर मैं 1 किलोग्राम कार्बन को मैं बर्न करूं तो मेरे को कितनी ऑक्सीजन चाहिए, तो व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल डिवाइड द अबव इक्वेशन विद 12. ठीक है, तो अबव इक्वेशन में कार्बन जो है इट इज 12 किलोग्राम. तो इफ आई डिवाइड द होल इक्वेशन विद 12, तो व्हाट आई विल गेट, 1 kilogram of carbon, it will require 32 divided by 12, it will come out to be 8 by 3. So it requires 8 by 3 kilograms of oxygen to produce 11 by 3 kilograms of carbon dioxide. So this means 1 kg of carbon. Okay, the next fuel for the combustion equation is if the carbon burns to carbon monoxide. So here on top you can see that this is the balanced chemical equation for carbon reacting with oxygen to form carbon monoxide. So here we have 2 carbon plus 1 mole of oxygen to produce 2 moles of carbon monoxide. So if I do the molar analysis here, so 2 moles of carbon plus 1 mole of oxygen, it produces 2 moles of carbon monoxide. Now, if I divide this top equation with 2, so here what I will get is 1 mole of carbon. It requires 0.5 moles of oxygen to produce 1 mole of carbon monoxide. So this is my molar equation or the molar analysis for the combustion of carbon to carbon monoxide. Similarly, on the mass basis, so carbon has an atomic mass of 12. So 2 say multiply, it will multiply by 2. So we will have 24 kilograms of carbon plus 32 kilograms of oxygen to produce 56 kilograms of carbon monoxide. So carbon is 12, oxygen is 16. So 12 plus 16 becomes 28. So 28 into 2 becomes 56. So that is why 56 kilograms of carbon monoxide. So now in this equation, the fuel is carbon. So what I will do is I will divide with 24 so that I will remain with 1 kilogram of carbon. So I will divide throughout by 24. So here the equation changes to 1 kilogram of carbon. It requires 4 by 3 kilograms of oxygen to produce 7 by 3 kilograms of carbon monoxide. So this is my molar or the mass analysis for carbon burning to carbon monoxide.